Hello to my PICK-3 at a glance family viewers, and today is September 3rd, 2022. This is Mo Money Terry at you once again. Thank you for all my new subscribers and viewers. If you haven't subscribed yet as a viewer, please subscribe. I am glad to have you here. So please help my channel grow. I consider everybody that's looking at this as family. I'm old school, and when we did not have anybody that came to our homes, we didn't make family. Everybody was up and down my whole block was my aunties and uncles. And everybody up down the whole block was all cousins. Seriously, we all slept and ate in each other's bed. It was a beautiful time. Man, do I miss those times. Man, do I miss those times. But anyway, time brings about a change. So this is for all states. The PICK-3 at a glance system is here to help us all be better players. And it works for all states. What it does is take 22 simple numbers, do the 1-1 rundown on them, and you have the 1,000 numbers that you can easily track at a glance, where you can track the numbers. You don't have to worry about with this system trying to do the tic-tac-toes, do the date sums, do the grids, or do the flips, or the different 100 other different rundowns that they use. It's simple. Once you do that rundown on them 22 numbers, you just follow the numbers. The numbers are columns. They will talk to you. And you'll know when you get your bucket list of the numbers. When you hit, you know where your numbers are coming from. The actual 3 numbers. You're not guessing. So once you get that system down, it saves you a lot of stress because you're not guessing your numbers. If you're playing the numbers, you'll know exactly why you're playing your numbers. And my motto is play them till they come to make that money, y'all. And this is the tutorial video, and I always go with the video that fell the day before. Like I say, today is September the 3rd. Right here. Yesterday's number was 845. So, and today is August, well, not today, but yesterday was September the 2nd, 2022. And what we do, we take this 845, we want to do the 1-1 rundown on it and see where it is on the master sheet in which column. And I use the 1-1 rundown because it's the most effective rundown there is, because it gives you all the information you need to know to be able to track down your number and the 1,000 numbers, all right? So how we do it is we're going to add 1 to each one of these numbers here, and we're going to go straight down. You add 1 to 8, you get 9. Add 1 to 9, you get 10. You don't use the 1, you just use the 0, and you count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. 8 at the top, 8 at the bottom. Same thing here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, which is 10. But you don't use the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom. Same here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Simple. All right, now that you've done that, you're going to take the 845, and you, like I said, you want to know where it is in the master sheet. And these numbers here make up the master sheet. It's 22 numbers, 12 straight, and 12 numbers that are straight, and 10 numbers that are double. And those numbers are 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 4, 0, 1, 5, 0, 1, 6, 0, 1, 7, 0, 1, 8, 0, 2, 4, 0, 2, 5, 0, 2, 6, and 0, 2, 7. And the doubles is 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 4, 0, 0, 5, triple zeros, 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 2, 0, 3, 3, 0, 4, 4. Everything's in numerical order. So you don't have to worry about numbers rearranged and out of rate. Everything's in numerical order, so you can easily track everything. Now, what we're going to do, and then you have this 845 can come 6 different ways because it's a straight. and that's the law of rotation, or the law of average. Each number is going to change position. Like it's 845, it come 854, 548, 485, 584, 485, and 458. Okay. So what you're going to do, you're going to look for this 845, and you want to know what column. It's going to be on the 014, which is column 3. I missed putting the 3 in there, but it's 014 in column 3. But when you get to the master sheet and find the 014, this 845 is going to be a 458, because you're doing the 1-1 rundown on it. So any number that you have up here, you do the 1-1 rundown, the base number will be in that number, in that rundown. Whatever number you choose out of the 1,000 numbers, one of these base numbers, if it's a double, the base number will be in. One of these base numbers will be in it, or if it's a straight, whatever the 1-1 rundown you do on that number, one of these base numbers will be in it. Once you find that base number, you're going to check it off. Excuse me, let me get this pencil. And the base number is 014, but it's showed as 401. You're going to check it off like this, and then you're going to go to your master sheet. Column 3, 014. And this here is the master sheet that it would be an annual sheet that I would do for the year. Because you can see all these marks. That means I've been tracking this sheet. I started this in June. So I've been marking this off ever since June, all right? And at a glance, you can see this 014, that's one of the base numbers been hitting pretty good. But you're going to go down here and find the 458, and you're going to see that it came twice since June, since I started tracking. At a glance, you can tell when any number hit. That's the beauty of it. You ain't got to be guessing the numbers, all right? And you know what numbers didn't hit. That's what you want to do by the law of average, because the numbers that don't hit is the numbers you're looking at playing, because 9 out of 10, those numbers are going to come out because they have to catch up by the law of average. All right. Now, how do you get the 1,000 numbers here? All these numbers, when you do the rundown on them, you're not just looking at 10 numbers, you're looking at 60 numbers. So it's 60 numbers per column. On the doubles, there's only 3 numbers per number, but there's 30 numbers per column. Because doubles can only come 3 different ways. And doubles are just 3 numbers with 2 like numbers in them, like the 001 or the 112 or the 223, 2 like numbers. All right, so right here we got 12 columns, so 12 times 60 numbers gives you 720 numbers. You got the doubles here, which is 10, but you got straights, triples, that's a triples, and they can only come one way. These can come 3 different ways. So 9 times 30 is going to give you 270. So that's 920 are the 1,000 numbers, because 720 and 270 is 990. Gives you 990 numbers. At a glance, you can look at. And then you got the 10 of the triples give you 1,000. So you got 1 and 1,000 eyes. That 1 and 1,000 eyes is going to never change. These numbers, by law of average, rotating and changing positions, is never going to change. All right? So you got to realize with these numbers here, you got 1,000 numbers, but you got 365 days in a year. So for all these numbers to change positions and rotate, it takes about 3 years. That's why it's important for you to be able to track at a glance where these numbers will be at all time when you plan. Other than that, you guess it and you just pull the numbers out of the air, and that's not going to really help any. Okay, we look. This pick three at a glance will help better the way we play. All right, help us be better players. So now the thing that's the beauty of this here, like I said, it's got all the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, and flips, and the other 100 different rundowns that you use. It's at a glance. It's all built in because you can see everything. You know what the numbers are doing automatically. Those other tools only show you a small fraction of what you need to see to make a rational pick of numbers. But you got all 1,000 numbers here. All right. Now let's say, like I said, this is a yearly sheet. You see all these marks here, and some of them are disappearing on me. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to just redo this in a permanent ink, a permanent marker. That way I can do it neater and keep everything all neat and in line. But I was just checking this off to show you that this is a yearly sheet where you can look at everything at the end of the year. You can see where all the numbers were that were marked off and where all the numbers were that wasn't marked off. But I do a monthly sheet to show me what numbers and what hit each month and what columns hit each month and what columns and numbers didn't hit each month. So if you're marking these off and you find a column that didn't hit for 3 months, then if you plan and you hit and you see a column ain't hit for 2 months, and it could take that long, 3 months, you know that's where you're gonna go and pick to get your numbers from. Pick three at a glance, automatically. You don't have to guess. Wherever you find a column that ain't hit, you're looking at 60 numbers that ain't hit in 2 months or 3 months. Quite naturally, that's where you're gonna look to get your numbers from. And me, when I find something like that and I hit, I run the whole column 50-cent box. Or if I know what numbers I'm going to be after, I'll just play them off that column because I'm going to know which numbers ain't showed up and which numbers are due automatically on any of the columns. That's why it's called Pick Three at a Glance. And then another beauty thing about this that I like, you're going to hear a thing about mirrors and sister numbers and opposite numbers in Pick Three. You're going to hear that a lot. The mirror numbers are automatically included in this 1-1 rundown in numerical order. Everything's in numerical order. You don't have to search for a lot of numbers. Everything's from 1 to 9 or 0. 1 to 9 or 0, but really 1 to 9. 0, 1 to 9 rather. Everything's from 0, 1 to 9 on this sheet here. So you don't have to guess, because here you got the mirror, and here's the mirror. But the mirror is, you got 000 to 499, 500 to 999. All right, 000 to 499 is your top numbers. 500 to 999 is your bottom numbers. What you're saying is when in the 1,000 numbers, you want to know which numbers are opposite each other. All you do here is you divide that in half with this grid here, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay, that being 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1, 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2, 3 opposite 8, 8 opposite 3, 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4, 5 opposite 0, 0 opposite 5. If you was playing 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 come in, they played your bottom number instead of playing your 1, 2, 3. If you're playing 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3 come in, they played the top number in numerical order of your 6, 7, 8 that you was playing. If you're playing 8, 9, 0, 3, 4, 5 come in, they just played the top number, or vice versa. Simple as that. The beauty of this, it's like them 3 columns, like I say, don't come in, and you see in that column that you playing that the number and its opposite didn't come in, you definitely want to play those 2 numbers. For example, the mirror number, the 458 just came in, is the 903, okay, and vice versa. So if it hadn't came in, say the 458 and the 903 hadn't came in, and it's been 3 months, you definitely want to play those 2 numbers. Or sometime at the most you might, or you could. It depends on all numbers gonna rotate and fall different in all states. But you might find 4 numbers like that that are opposite each other. The two of them that's opposite each other. You want to play all 4 of those numbers. You want to play your mirrors off them columns that they ain't failed yet. All right. But all states numbers rotate differently. All draw numbers rotate differently. That's why you have to track each midday draw, each evening draw separately. Texas got 4 draws. They got 2 middays and 2 evenings. You have to track them all if you want to track them all. I don't track anything but Missouri evening draws because I don't chase all them numbers. I used to do that a long time ago, but it is not profitable for 1, and it drives you crazy for 2. Me crazy for 2 anyway. But I'm just as happy, and I win better just tracking 1 set. Evening, if I'm an evening person, that's why I picked evening. If you're a morning person, track mornings. If you don't do nothing, take these 22 numbers, do the 1-1 rundown, build your sheet, and start following me so I can explain to you how easy it is to use this system. This here is a good, I'd say 90% of what you're going to need, but I have 3 more strategies that I added to this to complement this to help us, help me be a better player. So I'm going to show you those strategies right now. Alrighty, bear with me a minute here. All right, this is what we do. Once I get the number and I put it on the master sheet like that, check it off, I go to a calendar that I got. If you go to my community tab on my videos and my channel, there's a tab that shows you my worksheet that I use. There's a link to my worksheet. And this here, I put it on a calendar 845. I write it on the calendar. Then I go to strategy number 2. Right here. Strategy 2. And I look for the pairs. That's a 845. Right? That's a 845, 842. Man, brains. 845. That's what I said. I think I said 842 for some reason, but 845. Okay. And I look for the pairs. And the way I do pairs, say with the 845 that came in, I do the 45, I do the 48, and I do the 58. I do the 45, I do the 48, and I do the 58. I mark them off. Okay? And then let's say I have a double, because those are 3 separate numbers, so you're gonna have 3 pairs. If I have a double, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, I mark off the 11 and I mark off the 12. You only got 2 different numbers, so you're just gonna have 2 pairs with doubles. At the end of the year or month, I track whatever pairs are not checked off. I carry them over to the next month. So if I get a pair that ain't failed in 90 days or 60 days, I look at playing those pairs and put them in my bucket list, what's ever left. Okay? Now, this here is strategy 3. This is called number positioning. And what I do with this number positioning, it tells me what number per se is code, but that's all right knowing the number is code, but I want to know what position to place that number in if I need to play it. So what I did, I made columns from 0 to 9, 3 of them. And what I would do with the 845, I check off the 8, I check off the 4, and I check off the 5. Excuse me. I'll check off the 8. Got to get my camera going. 8, cameraman messing up, y'all. The 8, the 4, and the 5 going. I'm the cameraman, I'm the editor, I'm the director, I'm all of it, okay? So that's what I would do. I do the 8, I check that out. And then at the end of the month, whatever number I don't check off, I know where to play it. For instance, this 1, 2, 3 here, if I was playing this 1, 2, 3 and I found out that the 2 didn't mark off at the end of the month, I definitely will rotate this number. I play my 1, 2, 3 like I'm playing it, but I play also 2, 3, 1 50 straight and 2, 1, 3 50 straight. Because if that 2 show up and I ain't playing it in them positions, that 9 or 10 it might show up in that position. Okay, that's how I track my pairs. Then here, strategy number 4 is front pair, back pair, and this here. You know, I love all of the strategies, but this here is really powerful. Knowing where your front and back pairs are at all times really open your eyes up to the PICK-3. Track them front pairs and back pairs at a glance. Have something where you can look at it right away and see where they are. Okay, like the 4, 5 came in, I would mark the 8, 4 on top and the 4, 5 on the bottom. Okay, this is a yearly sheet, and what you're doing, both of these numbers, top and bottoms, are the same. This number here, top and bottoms are the same. Both of them the same with the line drawn through them, because it just gives you such an upper hand. Because what I do, I look for, okay, last year, I know that from my tracking at the end of the year, 0-9 front hadn't failed and 0-9 back hadn't failed all year. So that's what I mean by tracking the numbers. See, if you're playing 0-9 with your number, it didn't show up for a whole year. Okay, so with tracking, you know what's going on. But I seen that, and I seen with my master sheet that 900 didn't fall all year either. So this year, I picked that up and put it in my bucket list, and the number came just like that, 090, because I matched that front pair and that back pair up, and I do that all the time. If I find a number that ain't ain't the front pair or back pair ain't fail, and I can match it up, then I'll look to see if that number failed for the year, and if it didn't, I add that to my bucket list of my daily play for the year, and 9 out of 10 it comes in. Okay, and I hit pretty good with that. So that's one of my strategies there. This is a yearly sheet that's powerful. Get that sheet, make that, and write it down just like I got it. I did all this on pieces of paper. I didn't have no computers and stuff when I started doing this stuff. You ain't got to get no computers and be all fancy dancy unless you want. I got a lot of people that's making them because they got computers. They know what they're doing. So, but don't try to wait till you got a computer. Just write down some paper and start following me. Just start following me. Okay, this is my tutorial. But use your own state numbers. Don't use my numbers from Missouri. You can get the app and follow me along to see how good it is. It works if you like. But now get your own tracking with your own numbers. This here is strategy number 5. What I did, I took all the doubles and put them in their opposite positions and their mirrored positions per se. Because at a glance, I want to know where all the doubles stood just by looking at them and where they opposite numbers were. Because here, I put them in sets, like right here. Let's say there's 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 7, 7, 8, and 8, 8, 7. This 2, 2, 3, and 3, 3, 2, I call it a set. This 7, 7, 8, and this 8, 8, 7 is a set. But they're also mirrors each other. 2, 2, 3, the mirror of it is 7, 7, 8. 3, 3, 2, the mirror of it is 8, 8, 7. Because a 2 is a 7, a 7 is a 2. A 3 is an 8, 8 is a 3. So if a number come in at a glance, I know if the set or the mirror played. And if I have, say, at the end of the year, this is really sheet. If I have where the two sets didn't play, I know automatically that I'm looking at playing those. Or if the set and the mirror, the opposites of those numbers didn't play, I know I'm gonna play the 223 and the 778 didn't play together. I know I'm gonna play those two. Okay. Now, good thing about that too, if say for the whole year nothing falls off the 223, I'm carrying it over to next year to play and make it part of my daily numbers, or when I get ready to pick a double, I know I ain't got to guess. I know exactly at all times where I'm going to pull my numbers from. And I think the most I've seen where you get on this here, you might get 3 of these columns that don't fall. You ain't got to worry about all the rest of the doubles because you know where you're going to get 3 doubles, 3 sets in a row from. And you play them, 1 out of those columns going to fall. 2 or 3 out of those columns, but you got your eye on them. And you'll see how they're doing at all times at a glance with this sheet here. This here is one of my favorite strategies too. Those 3 are good. You always got your hand on the ball. I mean, your eye on the ball and your finger on the pulse at all times. And to do all this only takes me maybe 10 minutes to check everything off, and I'm done to the next number roll out. So that's pretty much it. So if you're not tracking, you're playing, in my theory, you're playing a loser's game. And what we all want to do is become better players. Okay, and if you got like, share, comment, subscribe, like what you see. And I thank all my new subscribers, and I thank all my viewers that's going to become subscribers. You have nothing to lose, believe me. I'm here. I do two videos, and I do the 60-second. I know what they call it. It just won't come into me. I just thought about it. What they call it when you do the 60-second minute, I call it a commercial. I do that. That's why I look at it as a 60-minute commercial or something. But that's what I do. I do some of those. And I do the tutorial that takes about 30 minutes. And I do a strategy session that takes about 30 minutes. And so like, share, comment, play them till they come, make that money, y'all. God bless.